Hey, this is Marcus Isaiah Green from And the Sky Stood Still.
This is Adam Maras with And the Sky Stood Still.
My name is Sean William Russell Smith from And the Sky Stood Still.
And you are watching
Artiste TV.
Hello everyone, my name is Marianne Charleston with Artiste TV, and we have And the Sky Stood Still with band members.
I'm Adam Maras.
Sean William Russell Smith, the first.
And Marcus Isaiah Green.
So, And the Sky Stood Still, could you tell us when did you pick up your name, or how did you come up with And the Sky Stood Still?
Well, we came up with our name about 2 or 3 months after we'd been practicing together. I think the idea just came from being able to write music that would be so moving that it would reach up to heaven where God is in his temple, and it would cause him just to pause to listen. So hence we came up with the name And the Sky Stood Still.
And so how did you all form this band?
Who wants to share that? Oh, I'd like to.
I nominate you.
Okay, me and Adam knew Sean was dope from the New Year's joint, so we were just like, oh, of course we're gonna play with you, because he killed it. So he asked us to play with him. We're like, oh yeah, of course. So we played it, and it was just it was like complete gel. And I just remember I was just like, whoa, I don't know if I've ever felt like I've gelled with anybody like that. Especially not on first performance. So I remember thinking man, maybe we should consider being a band. Maybe.
I think people's reactions went beyond just being polite. You can tell when people are saying, "Good job!" Good job. But I think people get connected with the music and the sound.
Yeah.
And, I think these guys were a good fit to bring their own style to what I was already envisioning for the songs. Falling in love with Jesus is the best thing I've ever done. In his arms, I feel protected. In his arms, never disconnected. I feel protected. There's no place I'd rather be. This falling in love with Jesus. I'm falling in love with Jesus. I'm falling in love with Jesus. It's the best thing I've ever done.
So what inspired you to make music together?
God. But I think even just friendships, I think a lot of our music is an extension of just our closeness with one another. I think that comes out a lot in our live performances. And just, these guys, they write a lot of great lyrics just about things they're going through. And I really connect to it a lot, just playing alongside them.
Just wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote. We wrote songs and songs and songs, and we would just go and practice all these songs. Now, granted, all of them didn't, get on the EP, but they were all church songs that we wrote, worship songs. So that's what he means by, God was our inspiration, or is our inspiration with music.
I think it's important to note that we played together before forming this band.
Yeah.
Played gospel, worship music. We played with a hip hop artist named Che Renaissance as part of his live performances. So we already had experience playing together. It just took us a while to really form something of our own.
Yeah.
So what genre of music do you consider your work to be?
I think we all kind of interpret it differently. For me, I've always liked the more rock feel that we have on our songs. I don't know if the guys share the same sentiment.
I want people to groove but think at the same time. I think it's easy to make music that makes people think, but it's not something that you would want to listen to feel good or have a good time.
Right.
And at the same time, I don't want to make music to mindlessly bob your head to.
Yeah. I agree.
When I'm looking at the back is to you, and none of that can last. Waited to do. You're my peace, my peace, my peace. I'm done with what.
What are your influences musically? People who inspire you?
My influences are Adam and Marcus.
Oh my goodness!
But other than that, I think the music that I grew up listening to and that I connect with the best would probably be more like 60s and 70s music, everything from Motown to classic rock. I listen to a decent amount of indie rock and even some older jazz and big band and blues and soul and a lot of different types of music.
I don't have anything specific I could think of because I've just learned so many different styles, like rock and jazz is like my big ones. But I'm probably pulling from all kinds of stuff. So I don't have any specific influences. I just do a lot of practicing.
I just want to kind of lift Adam up. Like he went to school for like bass.
Wow.
So this guy can play like pretty much anything. So he just kind of floated by that. I just want to put that out there. So he really
It's
is.
on there now.
He's really like pulling from like,
Well, I think practicing and being really great is important, but it doesn't really get you gigs. You have to play your music for people.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times that means going to places that aren't necessarily carrying a lot of prestige or benefit to you besides just ears being there to hear your music. Going to open mics and really making a goal to play your music for people at least a few times a week. I've noticed that when I go to an event, a lot of times I'll just go and play in an open mic or I'll play somewhere, and I notice it's a little creepy that technology gives us insight into this, but I notice the day after I've been out that I usually get a notification that says your Facebook page has new views. So that means every time you go out, at least maybe one person might decide to go look you up, and even if they're not buying a CD or giving you a gig right off the bat, I think it takes being part of the artist community to have relationships to where people will connect you with those opportunities.
Okay. That's some great advice, okay? I want to thank you all for joining us today. If you are out there, oh, you're welcome. Definitely check in the Sky Stood Still on Twitter, Sky Stood Still, Instagram, Facebook.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Actually, our contract says one time.
We're done.
That's
how we were.
Done with done with the war. Now we go.
good on camera, man.
I look good off camera, man.
True.
My name is Sean William Russell Smith from And the Sky Stood Still, and you're watching Artiste TV. Hello, my name is Sean William Russell Smith, and you are watching Artiste TV.
This is what Artist TV looks like.